Hello everyone, this is Minnie Hannibal, an adjudicator for the NA section of the Warships Spring Championship, or WSC for short. And in this video, I will cover how to create and manage a training room for the WSC. To begin, it is important to identify which day of the tournament your team is playing, what team you are facing, and which team is labeled as Team 1 on the tournament website's upcoming battles page. The team listed as Team 1 is responsible for creating and hosting the training room. The qualifier stage has a slightly different operating procedure than the rest of the stages. For the qualifier stage, it is important to note that the map pool is fixed and available to see in the rule set. Furthermore, all 5 rounds in this stage consist of a best of 1 game. In later stages, your team representative should have discussed map picks and bans with the opposing team representative prior to the start of the match. In the group stages, rounds will consist of best of 3 matches, and the finals rounds will consist of best of 5 matches. In this scenario today, we are in the day 1 qualifier stage. This will be our first round, and we are listed as Team 1. Therefore, I am responsible for creating the training room. With this information in hand, let us create a training room. We will start at the map tab. Since this is the qualifiers stage, I will look for the round 1 map as listed in the rule set, which is the map Shatter. Please note all maps are in alphabetical order. Now that I've selected the correct map, it is time to select the correct battle mode, Tournament Domination. For the entirety of the tournament, all games will be conducted in the Tournament Domination battle mode. Also, please note that in the Tournament Domination battle mode, there is no option to enable or disable cyclones. If there is an option for cyclones, you have selected the incorrect battle mode. Now that we have the correct map and mode, we will move on to the Conditions tab. Per the rule set, every game should have a 20-minute battle timer. This is the default selection. If the battle timer is not 20 minutes, please change it to 20 minutes. Moving on to the number of players, this should be 9 versus 9. In restrictions, the tournament must be played with only Tier 10 ships and the following limitations: no submarines, a maximum of 2 battleships, and no aircraft carriers. These settings do not apply to ship bans. Please read the rule set and any announcements for how ship bans will be implemented. Moving on to the battle description, it is important to label it as described in the rule set. Seeing as this is the Warships Spring Championship and I am acting as Team 1, I will label it as WSC Team 1 versus Team 2. With Team 1 being your own team tag and Team 2 being the opposing team's team tag. Now that the conditions have been set, it is time to move on to the Mode tab. The first box, make this training room private, should be left unchecked. Do not make your training room private. In the event of unauthorized persons, just leave them in the undistributed column. The next 3 boxes should be checked. Forbid the commanders to invite players to teams. This is to avoid anyone other than the training room creator from having direct control of the room. Since the room is not private, each player should be able to find the training room by themselves. Please note that only accounts that are level 15 or higher may create a training room. In the event a player participant's account is below level 15, you should instruct the player to message you via the in-game client, and you should then be able to add them to contacts and then invite them to the training room. In the event that there are any further issues, please contact your assigned referee for more guidance. Hide enemy ships. Per the rule set, lineups are to be kept hidden until after the battle button is pressed. Allow spectators. Matches may be streamed. It is important to allow access to streamers. In the event you refuse a streamer without prior approval from Wargaming or the NA volunteer team, you or your team may be sanctioned. Once these settings are correct and you have double-checked them, click the Create button. If there is any need to change the training room settings after you have clicked the Create button, you may do so by clicking the Change Settings button that is shown on the map here. Now that the training room is public, please let the opposing team representative know that the room has been created and also provide them with the in-game name of the room creator. In this case, the in-game name is Mini Hannibal 65. As players begin to enter the room, it is important to assign them to the correct side, Alpha, Bravo, or Spectator. Now, no player should press the ready button until both teams have their team members assigned to their side. If it is unclear where a player belongs, do not hesitate to ask in the Training Battle chat window. In the case of spectators, there will be a spreadsheet of accounts allowed in the spectator section provided to all team representatives before the start of the tournament. If there are still concerns, please contact your assigned referee for more guidance. Once the players of both teams and any streamers are in their assigned places, the player participants may press the ready button. When all players of both teams are ready, please ask both the teams and streamers if they are ready. Once both teams and streamers say that they are ready, you are now ready to launch the game by pressing the battle button at the top of the page. After the battle, if you are part of a best of 3 or 5 round, please ensure that the map is changed correctly for the next game by clicking on the Change Settings button, and to change team spawns if necessary by moving one team out of a spawn to the undistributed list and moving the other team to a vacated spawn. You should then move the undistributed team to the other spawn. In the event of a restart, there should be no changes of the settings provided they are the correct settings. You may, however, need to kick a player from the team to make room for another, or wait for a player to reconnect and rejoin. You can do so by right-clicking on the player in question and selecting the Remove from Training Room option. There should be no lineup changes. In the event a lineup changes, the team will be given an automatic loss for that game. Before we conclude this video, there are a couple things that we would like to make clear to all. It is up to both teams to ensure training room settings are correct. Incorrect training room settings are grounds for an automatic loss of the game if reported to the assigned referee within 2 minutes of the start of the game. If incorrect settings go unreported for more than 2 minutes from the start of the game, both teams are considered to have agreed to the game rules and the game should be played to completion. If a team is short one player, they must have a bot added to their team. The team that needs a bot will be able to choose which tech tree tier 10 ship they want to have added, provided its addition is within the rules. Please ask the team representative and confirm their ship selection. To add a bot, please click on the Add Player button of the same spawn that needs a bot. Then click on the Bot tab. Make sure that the correct ship has been selected, and then the bot must be moving, armed, and its AI level should be high. Finally, in the event of bugs or errors within the training room beyond our control, please contact your assigned referee immediately for further guidance. If you have any questions before the start of the tournament, please feel free to ask in the Need Help channels in the NA category of the King of the Sea, also known as COTS for short, Discord, and the volunteer staff will be happy to answer them as soon as they can. If you are not already in the COTS Discord and would like to join, please click the Discord link in the description below. And this concludes our guide on how to create and manage a training room for WSC. Thank you for watching, and good luck in the tournament.